Queen of Style, Her Majesty's iconic fashion choices and lifelong brand loyalty. Throughout her illustrious reign, Queen Elizabeth II became renowned for her impeccable sense of style, characterized by coordinated outfits in vivid colors and matching hats. Her wardrobe exuded a timeless elegance, and whether she was gracing a state dinner or engaging with her subjects on royal occasions, her fashion choices were consistently flawless. The Queen had a penchant for classic pieces that were designed for reuse, and her style remained remarkably consistent throughout her adult life, retaining a connection with her favorite designers from the 1950s until her recent passing. This constancy in her fashion choices was a defining aspect of her regal persona. Sadly, it was announced today that Queen Elizabeth II passed away at the age of 96, concluding the longest reign in British history. Her legacy, however, endures in her remarkable fashion choices. The Queen's outfits were a radiant display of color, whether she brightened up the day in a canary yellow ensemble or elegantly embraced the latest fashion trends in glamorous green. She was a true master of color blocking, often accentuating her attire with matching hats, frequently crafted by the renowned Philip Somerville, and bespoke Fulton umbrellas. Her Majesty's brand loyalty was evident not only in her clothing but also in her choice of accessories. She exclusively carried Lanner handbags, with the black Traviata style being her favorite, despite its price tag of £1,850. In the world of footwear, the Queen remains steadfast, donning her beloved slip-on leather shoes by Anello and Davide for over 5 decades. Additional staples in the monarch's wardrobe included gloves by Genevieve Lawson, statement pearl earrings and necklaces, and opulent brooches. Her unwavering commitment to these brands and her signature fashion choices contributed to her enduring reputation as the Queen of Style. The Queen's handbag collection. Queen Elizabeth II, known for her impeccable fashion sense, had a remarkable collection of handbags that accompanied her on various royal engagements. While some might think that royalty only carries designer bags with hefty price tags, the Queen had a penchant for Lanner handbags, which were known for their quality and timeless appeal. Despite their classic designs, many of her Lanner bags were customized to suit her specific needs. One remarkable aspect of the Queen's relationship with her Lanner handbags was her commitment to sustainability. Rather than constantly purchasing new models, she often chose to have her existing bags repaired and maintained. Her favorite Lanner style was the Traviata, a bag made from calf leather with a black patent finish, retailing for £1,850. This particular design became a bestseller for the brand, thanks to the Queen's endorsement. In addition to the Traviata, the Queen owned several other Lanner bags, including different versions of the Adagio in black and patent cream, the Bellini, the Royale, the Lulu in cream, and the Encore handbag in black calf leather. What made these bags stand out were their practicality, featuring simple yet elegant designs in classic colors with a sturdy frame and easy access clasps. One of the secrets behind the longevity of Lanner handbags was their turned edges, a meticulous process that involved molding the leather ends to be attached on the inside of the bag. This craftsmanship ensured that the bags maintained their shape and durability over time. Gerald Bodmer, the CEO of Lanner London, played a pivotal role in maintaining the Queen's handbag collection. He worked closely with the Queen's dresser, Angela Kelly, to ensure that the bags matched the Queen's signature style. The Queen's personal preferences included having longer handles to prevent interference while shaking hands and an easy access clasp, avoiding zippers or shoulder straps. For special occasions, such as the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge in 2011, Lanner would create custom bags like the Lisa design, priced at £930. The Queen's petite stature necessitated smaller bags to maintain a balanced look with her outfits. Over the years, Lanner adapted its designs to be more lightweight and comfortable for the Queen. These bags were essential to her daily attire, and she didn't feel fully dressed without one. If a design didn't meet her approval, she simply wouldn't use it. Notably, the Queen's affinity for Lanner handbags was featured in the popular series The Crown. This portrayal led to a significant increase in traffic to the Lanner website, highlighting the enduring appeal of the brand. It's worth mentioning that former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher was also a fan of Lanner bags and was often seen carrying a neat black leather tote in the show. Both Thatcher and the Queen had a strict policy of avoiding the same designs. Lanner's resurgence in popularity came when the Queen carried a customized version of the Liza bag to the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge in 2011. This royal endorsement resulted in a 60% boost in sales, attracting a new wave of younger customers. Founded in 1941 by Sam Lanner, a Jewish refugee from Prague, Lanner was initially a small workshop in Soho. However, it gained a reputation for exquisite craftsmanship, attracting the attention of prestigious retailers like Harrods. The Queen Mother discovered the brand in the 1950s, and she, in turn, introduced her daughter to these bags, ultimately granting the royal warrant to the company in 1968. Despite its royal connections, Lanner faced challenges in modernizing and attracting new customers. The brand's revival came in 1981 when Gerald Bodmer, a former classical clarinetist turned leather salesman, acquired it. His charismatic approach and strategic vision breathed new life into the brand. Queen Elizabeth II's enduring love for Lanner handbags is a testament to the brand's timeless elegance and the Queen's practical approach to fashion. These handbags not only accompanied her on numerous royal engagements, but also became a symbol of her style and grace. SOE is 50 years. For the past 5 decades, Queen Elizabeth II has remained incredibly loyal to her choice of footwear. She has consistently donned a specific style of shoe meticulously crafted by Anello and David, a renowned shoemaker in Kensington, West London. These shoes are crafted from the finest calf leather, with her preference typically being black patent leather adorned with a brass clasp or a small bow. Accompanying the Queen on a multitude of occasions, from visits to Ascot to her Diamond Jubilee pageant, she has gone through countless pairs of nearly identical shoes. At any given time, she typically had about 10 pairs in circulation. These included variations like plain black leather, black patent leather, white leather, and beige leather. Additionally, she possessed 3 distinct designs of evening shoes, one in satin, one in silver, and one in gold. These trusted patent leather slip-ins, each costing around £1,000, featured a chunky 2¼ high heel and a raised insole, providing extra arch support for the Queen's size 4 feet. However, if the Queen was expected to walk on uneven surfaces, the heel height would often be adjusted. The shoemaking process began with the creation of a wooden last based on the measurements of the Queen's foot. The team involved in crafting these bespoke shoes included a pattern cutter, a leather selector, a closer responsible for sewing the upper part and adding stiffeners, and a maker who attached the sole and heel on the last. A fitting session at the palace followed, during which final adjustments, cleaning and polishing were performed, ensuring the shoes were perfectly ready for official use. Stuart Parvin, who had been designing dresses for Her Majesty for over a decade, emphasized the importance of immediate comfort for the Queen. To achieve this, a staff member with the same shoe size as the Queen would wear the shoes and walk up and down the grand corridors of the palace until they were adequately broken in. Parvin noted that the Queen should never be heard complaining of discomfort or being unable to walk any further. Dressers Kate and Beverly reportedly used wooden shoe stretchers to enhance comfort, and the Queen's personal assistant, Angela Kelly, sometimes wore the shoes to break them in due to their matching foot size. To ensure the perfect fit, a junior staff member with the exact shoe size, known as cinders, would wear beige cotton ankle socks while testing the Queen's shoes, but only on carpets. The shoes were then given a trial run outdoors to check for slippage. Everyday care of the Queen's cherished shoes was entrusted to footmen Ian and William, who took care of tasks like polishing and proper storage. After returning from an engagement in her trusty shoes, they were aired on shoe trees and individually stored in silk or cotton drawstring bags. But why did Queen Elizabeth persistently choose the same style of shoe for over 5 decades? Fashion expert Corinne Laudert explained that it likely stems from practicality and a subtle hint of thriftiness. The royal family adheres to strict fashion rules, particularly regarding footwear. Closed-toe shoes are mandated, while open-toe shoes are considered informal and inappropriate for certain occasions. Additionally, neutral colors like nude or black are favored because they easily complement a wide range of outfits. This is particularly important when numerous outfits are required for public functions, a practice that applies to both men and women in the royal family, including the Queen. Finally, sticking to a consistent shoe style allows the Queen to maintain a humble public image. While the royals may wear designer outfits at times, neutral footwear ensures they don't appear too extravagant, avoiding the need to debut new pairs of trendy shoes for every engagement. In essence, practicality, adherence to royal fashion rules, and the desire for a humble public image are all key factors contributing to the Queen's enduring choice of footwear. Colour blocking. Over the past few decades, Queen Elizabeth II has been an enduring source of inspiration for her nation, not only for her regal presence but also for her penchant for color blocking. Her love of color coordination has become as iconic as her favorite Launer handbag and trusty Anello and David shoes. Her Majesty has consistently embraced bright and eye-catching ensembles, making her quite the fashion icon. It's not unusual to spot her in head-to-toe fuchsia or sporting the latest It shade of blue. For the past 30 years, many of these vibrant outfits have been meticulously crafted by her personal dresser, Angela Kelly, who has also become a trusted confidant since joining the palace in 1994. Kelly's creative touch has added a ray of sunshine to Her Majesty's wardrobe, from dazzling coordinating dresses to striking coats and hats. One memorable occasion was the stylish outfit she wore to the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge in 2011. Consistency is key in the Queen's fashion choices, as she has often stuck to the same color theme. Whether it's attending church at St. George's Chapel in April 2018 or making an entrance at Royal Ascot in 2019, she never shied away from bold, attention-grabbing colors that set her apart from the crowd. In 2019, she made a bold statement by pairing a vibrant electric orange coat with a black evening bag, kitten heel loafers, and leather gloves during a visit to London's Science Museum. Her sense of style always resonated with the public. Green has consistently been another popular color choice for the Queen. One remarkable instance was her choice to recycle a turquoise coat and matching hat for the third time during her official birthday celebration, which took place in a socially distanced and scaled-down version of Trooping the Color at Windsor Castle on June 13, 2020. This ensemble initially made its appearance during the first day of the U.S. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania's three-day state visit to the UK on June 3, 2019. She then opted for it a second time at the state opening of Parliament in December, following the Conservative Party's victory in the general election. In December 2020, Queen Elizabeth II expressed her gratitude to the nation's key workers for their unwavering dedication to keeping the country running amid the pandemic. She did so in a bold red coat, paired with a patterned scarf and her timeless black accessories. Queen Elizabeth's colorful fashion choices have not only captured the essence of her reign, but have also made her a true fashion icon, beloved and admired by many for her unique style and unwavering commitment to bold and vibrant ensembles. HATS. The Queen was widely recognized for her elegant taste in hats, often adorned with delicate feather details that perfectly complemented the color of her attire. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Philip Somerville, a skilled milliner, held the esteemed position of being one of the Queen's preferred hat designers. At the height of his career, he was crafting as many as 50 hats per year for the monarch, who was famously seldom seen without one of his creations. What set Somerville's hats apart was their ability to withstand the challenges posed by gusty winds and inclement weather. His secret? Double hat pins, as he once revealed. Born the son of a cobbler in Winchester, Somerville offered insights into the Queen's hat-wearing habits. Contrary to the notion that she had an inexhaustible collection of hats, he explained, "People say, 'What does she do with all those hats?' Wear them out, I say. They get damaged and they wear out. She possibly wear hats at least 10 times, and that's a long time. Most people would only buy a hat and wear it once, and then they put it away in a box." Somerville also shared an interesting tidbit about the Queen's head size, noting that it was slightly smaller than the average, measuring around 22 inches in circumference, while the average head size is 22.5 inches. Collaboration was key in achieving the Queen's well-coordinated ensembles. Royal milliners worked closely with the Queen's dress designers to ensure that every detail was perfectly matched. Sketches and fabric swatches of each new outfit were sent to the milliners before the first fitting. Fitting sessions, according to Somerville, were relatively informal, in part due to his cheerful disposition and occasional candor. He once confessed, "Often I put something on Her Majesty's head and said, 'Oops, I don't like that, that's not right. I don't think she's ever been used to that.'" He is a CRVs. Despite her impressive collection of dazzling jewels, the Queen often opted for a more understated accessory for informal occasions, the silk headscarf. Over the years, Her Majesty amassed a remarkable array of silk headscarves that would make any globetrotting fashion enthusiast envious. These headscarves became her preferred choice for sporting events and outdoor activities, and she appeared to have one to match every outfit. The collection ranged from graphic 1960s prints and paisley patterns to traditional florals, and even a headscarf adorned with dog motifs, a nod to her beloved pets. These headscarves not only added a touch of character to her outfits, but also served a practical purpose, shielding the Queen's carefully styled hair from the elements, whether it was the wind, rain, or snow. Hermes emerged as Her Majesty's favored brand for these headscarves, and she also owned some pieces from Cornelia James, the designer renowned for creating her gloves. While the headscarf was once considered a somewhat outdated accessory, it later found its way onto the runways of prestigious designers like Stella McCartney. A typical Hermes scarf was priced from £295, although the Queen's vintage pieces likely accrued significant value over time, much like the iconic Hermes handbags. In May 2017, during the Royal Windsor Horse Show, the Queen sported 3 silk headscarves in as many days, showcasing a variety of designs. These included a cream and blush pink headscarf with a floral pattern featuring delicate leaves and varicolored blooms, designed by Tunisian-born Hermes designer Leila Menchari. On the first day of the annual event, the Queen wore a festive floral headscarf with a bold pink rose print and check detailing, another creation by Leila Menchari. She also selected a sunny yellow, gray, and navy blue piece, once again crafted by the high-end designer Hermes, GLOVES and UMBRELAS. In addition to Her Majesty's impeccably coordinated ensembles, she also favored perfectly matching, transparent umbrellas crafted by Fulton in London's East End, specially commissioned so that the public could catch a glimpse of her. Nigel Fulton, the company's chief executive, once mentioned to Mail Online, "We get the colors pretty spot on." These umbrellas, known as birdcage umbrellas, are readily available in various colors on the high street for a modest £16. Nevertheless, to ensure an exact match with the Queen's attire, her stylist would send fabric swatches of her planned outfits to Fulton 6 months in advance. These signature birdcage umbrellas were initially conceived in the 1960s by Fulton's founder, Arnold Fulton. The tradition has since been carried on by his son, Nigel, who now heads the company. These umbrellas feature an advanced and reinforced fiberglass frame with a unique opening mechanism. It is believed that the Queen's affinity for the Fulton brand was passed down from her mother, the Queen Mother. In 1988, the Queen Mother's secretary contacted Fulton in search of a clear, dome-shaped umbrella. However, this style had gone out of production due to declining sales. Nevertheless, Fulton was eager to fulfill the Queen Mother's request, and as a result, they were granted a royal warrant. By 2003, they were providing tailor-made umbrellas to the Queen. These distinctive umbrellas have also been spotted accompanying the Duchess of Cornwall, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and other members of the royal family. Meanwhile, it was Genevieve Lawson who was entrusted with the task of fulfilling Her Majesty's glove orders. The Queen has been a loyal customer of Lawson's since her wedding in 1947, when her dress designer, Norman Hartnell, ordered a pair of plain white cotton gloves for her going-away outfit. Genevieve Lawson noted, "It is always the same, evening gloves in nylon, not silk, because it's lighter, and cotton day gloves in a length made especially for her. They are 6 inches from thumb to cuff, just long enough to protect the Queen's wrists." All the materials used in making these gloves are sourced from Britain. The leather comes from Pittards in Yeovil, and the cotton is supplied by W. Ball and Sons Yorkshire Mill. Genevieve added, "The Queen has always been very loyal, and it helps that she has model hands. Tiny." Known for her frugality, the Queen extends this quality to her gloves as well. She often reuses them and sends them back for repairs instead of purchasing new ones. The classic cotton gloves from Cornelia James cost £35, but Genevieve charged the Queen the trade price, which is approximately 1/3 cheaper. While Genevieve was responsible for the designs, her husband Andrew took charge of cutting and financial matters. An old Singer sewing machine was employed for stitching. 3 ladies from a nearby village also lent a helping hand. Cornelia James, the brand responsible for the Queen's gloves, was founded by an Austrian Jewish design student who fled the Nazi regime in 1939 and arrived in Britain. She quickly captivated the fashion world with her affordable and colorful designs. Genevieve recalled, "When Mum passed away, it was up to me to keep the family tradition going. I was an art student and always loved design." Andrew, who was working in the city at the time, was enlisted for his management skills. Back when Cornelia was at the helm, the Queen's glove preferences were even more conservative, primarily favoring black and white. It took some persuasion to convince her to embrace colorful gloves. This change was prompted by her late dressmaker, Ian Thomas, who pointed out that monochrome gloves would clash with an outfit he had designed for a trip to Paris. Orders for gloves were placed from Buckingham Palace by Angela Kelly, the Queen's meticulous dresser. Genevieve revealed in 2012, "We get a call every so often for a dozen gloves, usually before a foreign tour. Nothing passes her by. Even though we charge only trade prices, they went up a few years ago. You can be sure she noticed." As a final note, it's worth mentioning that Queen Elizabeth II also had an impressive collection of jewelry, including glittering brooches, earrings, and necklaces, many of which were family heirlooms or gifts from world leaders. These jewels were carefully chosen for various occasions, and the Queen was known for generously loaning pieces to other members of the royal family for formal events. Upon her passing at the age of 96 after 70 years on the throne, Efim Al examined her remarkable jewelry collection. The royal collection, held in trust, was distinct from her private jewelry collection, which she sometimes loaned to other royals for specific occasions and state visits. While the Queen is often associated with her remarkable royal collection, which includes priceless tiaras, intricate brooches, and dazzling diamond earrings, she had a special affinity for pearls, much like many English women of her generation. Pearls held a significant place in the Queen's jewelry collection, serving as her first serious pieces of jewelry. In 1935, during her grandfather George B's Silver Jubilee, he gifted pearl necklaces to both of his granddaughters. Among the pearl necklaces in Queen Elizabeth's collection are 2 notable pieces: the 18th century Queen Anne pearl necklace and the 50-pearl Queen Caroline necklace, both of which were wedding presents from her father. For more casual occasions, the Queen favored a single-strand pearl necklace, one of the first pieces she acquired. This necklace was in the English tradition, matching the timeless elegance of her cherished pearl and diamond studs. Additionally, the Queen possessed an array of opulent necklaces, including sets received during her coronation in 1953. One striking set, adorned with unusual aquamarine stones, was a gift from the President of Brazil for her 1953 coronation. This necklace, crafted by Mappin and Webb in Rio de Janeiro, features aquamarine stones set in diamond and platinum surrounds. It also came with matching earrings and, in 1958, a large brooch and bracelet, with the stones being meticulously collected from mines across Brazil over the course of a year. The Queen continued to expand her aquamarine collection, using the stones for a tiara she adapted in 1971. She replaced the pendant with a smaller stone and attached the aquamarine to her tiara. The Queen also cherished jewelry gifts from family members. One such piece was a glittering festoon necklace given to Princess Elizabeth in 1950 by her father. It was created from 105 loose diamonds, originally reserved at Garrard, marked C for crown, in case a monarch needed to extend a necklace or enhance a tiara. The resulting triple-strand necklace featured rows of graduated stones suspended between two diamond triangles and was also the Queen's preferred choice when not wearing a tiara. Among the Queen's more recent additions was a gift from Sheikh Khalifa bin Hamad Al Thani, the former Emir of Qatar, during a state visit to Britain in 1985. This gift featured a diamond swag shape set in gold and designed around two central gemstones. It was accompanied by matching earrings and became one of the Queen's favorite ruby pieces due to its rich, exotic color, which she often wore for foreign engagements. The Queen also lent her Nizam of Hyderabad necklace, originally created by Cartier in the 1930s, to family members. This necklace, consisting of a long chain of 38 diamonds, was presented as a wedding gift to Queen Elizabeth in 1947. It featured a pave-set center with detachable double-drop pendant, 13 emerald-cut diamonds, and a pear-shaped drop. Kate Middleton even borrowed this diamond stunner for a black-tie portrait gala in 2014, which perfectly complemented her midnight blue Jenny Packham evening gown. BROCJES. Brooches held a special place in the Queen's collection, with her believed to own over 100 of them. Angela Kelly, her senior dresser and confidant, often presented her with brooches, typically in sets of 3, which she would wear on her left shoulder, a tradition for the Queen. The Queen's brooches were incredibly diverse, and she often paired them with her pearl earrings and necklace. These brooches included a spray of flowers brooch presented by the people and government of Australia during her coronation tour in 1954, as well as the Queen Mother's shell brooch, featuring solid rows of diamonds with a single pearl cradled at the base and strings of diamonds suspended underneath. One of her favorites was the Kensington Bow brooch, a wedding gift from the residents of Kensington to her grandmother in 1893. This brooch featured 2 rows of diamonds set in silver and gold, tied in a bow around a single large diamond, often used to secure a sash or as a clasp for remembrance poppies. She also treasured the Cullinan V brooch, an unusual heart shape, with the diamond weighing 18.8 carats, one of 6 numbered stones cut from the Cullinan diamond, the world's largest diamond, gifted to Queen Mary in 1910 by the people of South Africa. The Queen's choice of brooches sometimes appeared to carry symbolic messages. For instance, she wore a brooch given to her by President Obama when she met President Trump in 2019. Moreover, during her husband Prince Philip's hospitalization in 2021, the Queen used her brooches to pay tribute to him during public appearances. She wore the same 6-petal diamond flower brooch she had worn when they announced their engagement in 1947 for a virtual engagement while the Duke was in the hospital. During his funeral, she wore the diamond Richmond brooch, a gift from the town of Richmond, which her grandmother Queen Mary received during her 1893 wedding to King George B. weeks later, as she visited the Royal Navy flagship HMS Queen Elizabeth. The Queen wore a brooch gifted to her by Prince Philip, a gold scarab brooch with ruby and diamond embellishments from 1966. ERRNGS. When Queen Elizabeth turned 21, she received an abundance of jewelry, mostly as gifts from her family. One of the remarkable pieces she received was a pair of exquisite diamond chandelier earrings, which had originally been given to her mother, Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother, as a wedding present. As time passed, the Queen accumulated several pairs of earrings designed for pierced ears. In 1951, just before her state visit to Canada at the age of 25, she succumbed to the trend and had her ears pierced. Throughout her life, some of the Queen's favorite earrings were her pearl pieces. She often opted for simple studs or pearl drop earrings for her daily appearances. On ordinary days, she would frequently choose between 2 nearly identical pearl earrings. For casual wear, the Queen often wore Queen Mary's button earrings, featuring a single pearl with a small diamond on top. On more formal daytime events, such as the Diamond Jubilee service or the Order of the Garter service, as well as evening occasions, she would choose the Ladies of Devonshire earrings. Queen Mary had given the Devonshire earrings to her granddaughter, Princess Elizabeth, as a wedding gift in 1947. The Bahrain Pearl Drop earrings, a gift from the Kingdom of Bahrain to celebrate the Queen's wedding to Prince Philip in 1947, were kept hidden from the public eye for many years, but have recently made more frequent appearances. In 2015, the Queen chose to wear these earrings to the Remembrance Day service, and in the following year, Kate Middleton also wore them to the same event. The Countess of Wessex and Kate both have sported diamond-supported pearl earrings. Kate even borrowed another set of the Queen's diamond and pearl earrings, last worn by the monarch herself in 1977. In 2016, the Duchess was seen wearing them during a trip to Canada, and later in the year in Holland. The Queen even generously lent her earrings to her granddaughters-in-law during the last years of her life. In 2021, the Duchess of Cambridge paid tribute to the Queen on her birthday by wearing her pearl earrings during a visit to an Air Cadet Center. Kate also borrowed the silver Jubilee diamond and pearl earrings from the Queen, who had first worn them in 1977 to celebrate her silver Jubilee. This visit, which took place on the Queen's 95th birthday, was in honor of the Duke of Edinburgh, who had been the honorary Air Commodore-in-Chief of the squadron for 63 years before Kate took over as Commandant-in-Chief in 2015. The Queen's collection wasn't limited to pearl pieces. On occasion, she would wear large costume-style jewelry, possibly a more modern addition to her collection. She was seen wearing these stunning, teardrop-shaped diamond adornments at the State Opening of Parliament in 2012, and Kate also sported them at a gala held at Kensington Palace in November 2017. The Queen sometimes wore pieces that were part of a set with her elegant necklaces, such as the aquamarine set gifted to her by the President of Brazil for her coronation. When she wasn't wearing her signature pearls, she opted for pendants like the dazzling purple stones, part of the Kent amethyst set, which had once belonged to Queen Victoria's mother. The set also included 3 brooches, a necklace, and hair combs, but the earrings were the only items seen in public, worn at a state banquet in Portugal in 1985. The Duchess of Gloucester's pendants, ornate diamond frames each containing an oval pearl drop, were once owned by Queen Mary's great-aunt. These were passed down to the Queen upon her grandmother's death in 1953. She wore them for her wedding in 1947, during a visit to Mauritius in 1972, and frequently in more recent times. BRACELETS. Queen Elizabeth mainly wore bracelets for formal occasions and events, like foreign tours and the state opening of Parliament. Her collection included many diamond bracelets, which she often chose for black tie events when she didn't wear a tiara. Among her bracelets, there were 2 matching bracelets composed of chain links between diamond plaques, originally from Queen Mary's collection. Mary acquired them in 1932 and had a matching one made 3 years later to hold a 9.75-carat diamond she received during a visit to South Africa. The bracelets were designed to join together to create a choker, with one having a larger plaque for the South African diamond. One of the sets Queen Elizabeth frequently wore was the sapphire set, which began with the mid-19th century necklace and earrings acquired by her father, King George VI, and given to her as a wedding present in 1947. The set included a necklace with emerald-cut sapphires surrounded by diamonds, separated by individual diamonds, and a pair of earrings, each featuring a large sapphire in a diamond cluster. The Queen shortened the necklace in 1952, turning the largest cluster into a pendant and adding a pin for use as a brooch. Additionally, Queen Elizabeth made it a habit to wear a watch every day. Her gold watch, received as a gift during her 1951 visit to Canada, was as much a staple to her look as her pearls and her wedding and engagement rings. One significant aspect often absent from Queen Elizabeth's collection of jewelry is rings. The Queen was rarely seen wearing rings throughout her reign. Even though she received a remarkable engagement ring from Prince Philip, it didn't make frequent appearances in public view. The engagement ring was a splendid piece, featuring a square-cut diamond as the centerpiece, flanked by diamond side stones, all set in platinum. Prince Philip presented this exquisite ring to Princess Elizabeth during their engagement. However, due to the Queen's preference for wearing gloves in public, this beautiful ring was seldom on display. Royal editor Ingrid Seward shed light on the Queen's tendency to keep her hands covered, explaining, "She doesn't much like her hands, and she prefers not to draw attention to them." Despite this, when Queen Elizabeth was seen without her gloves, She consistently wore both her wedding and engagement rings. Prince Philip's proposal to Princess Elizabeth was marked by a simple yet elegant diamond ring. This engagement ring featured a dazzling 3-carat diamond solitaire, flanked on either side by 5 smaller diamonds, all set in platinum. It's worth noting that the diamonds used in this ring were taken from a tiara owned by Philip's mother, Princess Alice. The square-cut ring was also set in platinum, adding to its charm. In contrast to her engagement ring, Queen Elizabeth's wedding ring was crafted from Welsh gold, a meaningful choice that had a long history in the royal family. This Welsh gold wedding ring had been given to the Queen's parents as their wedding band in 1923. Subsequently, it was used to create rings for the Queen Mother, Queen Elizabeth, Princess Margaret, Princess Anne and Diana, Princess of Wales, until the supply of this unique gold was exhausted. It's worth noting that the tradition of using Welsh gold for royal wedding rings continued, and the Duchess of Cambridge, Catherine, received a wedding ring made from a piece of Welsh gold. This special piece of gold was gifted to Prince William by Queen Elizabeth after the couple's engagement, ensuring that the tradition lived on in the royal family. Dear friend, if you like everything new about the royal family and don't want to miss all the novelties, subscribe to our channel and like it. By doing so, you take part in our development. We work for you.